7 for you guys tonight. Obviously, coming off of Kansas, you wanted to see some sharpness, some intensity. Did you get that out of the girls tonight?
I think we did in the second half, obviously. First half, I think we were winning 2-0 at halftime, right? But we only had 6 shots, right? And we talked about that in halftime. We were too willing to go side to side or too willing to go backwards, right? We had to have our foot on the gas a little bit more penetrating balls, penetrating runs in the second half, and just needed to be cleaner, sharper technically. And I think we did kind of all the above, and got 20 plus shots in the second half. And obviously that leads to chances and goals.
Go ahead.
Do you ever get tired of watching Jordan do her thing? I mean, with the assist was just as good as the goal, with a back to goal, holding up the play and playing it in. But, just talked about her talent level and the ability to just make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, in that moment, I forget who it was. It might have been Cam making that run into the wide area, right? And you're thinking, all right, just roll Cam in, and she decides to hit one. And what I think was so special in that moment, Jordan had lost the ball high up the field, worked back. She has such a conscience, works back, helps us regain possession, and then just decides to shoot. And no goalkeepers saving that. No goalkeeper saving that. Like I told you guys a couple weeks ago, that's just really, really, really good coaching.
So, Coach, it seemed like this game you kind of wore them down a little bit. In the second half, you kind of got, more opportunities.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a little bit of a factor. It didn't happen as much against Kansas, but tonight it was there. Do you think that was a big thing, a big part of what you're able to do?
It was everything, right? That is kind of who we are. Second half, I think tonight is who we are and what we're about, and that's what this team is built for, right? Making, and I said this to the team at halftime. The first half, the game was played in the middle third. Kansas, the game was played in our back half. And I felt like the second half tonight was played in the front half, right? And not that we need to be direct, but we got to shift the ball until there's a moment to go forward, right? And then that's runs in behind, that's runs forward, that's balls into center forwards and runs off of that, and just being dynamic in everything we do, and not slow and patient. And we're better when our kids are moving and running and moving off each other. And I think we saw a little bit of that in the second half.
Is that just a case of them just needing to play a little bit more together to get more familiar with each other, or is that?
It could be. Obviously tonight we played with 2 center forwards, right? Wide players in the wing back spots. So how much of that is how we set up, right? And more numbers naturally forward, right? Almost 4 numbers forward with 2 10s kind of looking to penetrate, right? We got some, I think 3 or 4 assists off of those wide area players. I think we got 3 or 4 goals off our center forwards, 3 or 4 goals off our 10s. That's what we want. So I think some of it was we set them up for better success tonight than we did at Kansas. And then I think they executed better in the second half than they did tonight in the first half.
And then last for me, the goalkeeping. So Addie looks like she's taking some strides from last year.
Yep.
And that happens because goalkeeping is a lot to do with experience.
Age, maturity,
exactly.
all of it.
You got to make good decisions.
Yeah.
But Kate O'Keen, she made a really nice save on that free kick.
She did.
What have you seen from her? Really all of them, but really Kate O'Keen, because she really made I was impressed by
Good save.
that.
It's a good save. When that ball came off that kid's foot, you're thinking, okay, how's this ending, right? And Kate, not only did she do to make the save, but she held it, right? There were a couple kids right there on the doorstep, but she shut it down. So Kate's been great. She's training her tail off every day. Addie, agreed. She has grown tremendously. And then obviously we have Evan, who was away in Spain, and she's available for Sunday. And, I don't know what we're going to do Sunday, but we got 3 really, really good goalkeepers.
Right. I mean, you've talked about the issues in the midfield and everything, but honestly, these are kind of champagne problems. I mean, you've got really good talent. You just kind of figure out who fits best with who.
Who fits best with who. And that's not easy, right? And at the end of the day, we got to win games. We played again. I sound like and feel like a broken record. We played 21 field players tonight. Are we going to always play 21 field players? I don't know, right? We got to ride kids a little bit more when it's necessary to ride kids. but who exactly we need to and want to ride. In some areas, right, the Jordan Dudleys of the world and the Gillies and the Janets and the Mimis, maybe that question is answered. But then on all the other spots, we got a lot of competition. And like you said, champagne problems. I mean, look at Noreen Ahmad tonight, right? The kid, when she's got some extended minutes, she's done really, really well. And if we came into tonight, you know, saying Noreen's going to score 2 goals, getting on the end of crosses with her head, I might say, right, I've got, you know, an island somewhere to sell you. So, but total credit to her. She's risen to all the challenges that have been thrown her way.
And then really last for me, because I know I said that before. You did 3 in the back tonight.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with that? Or would you rather play 4? Or was it more because what you saw from Stetson on the tape? Or what do you think?
No, it was not specific to Stetson at all. It was specific to putting our players in positions where they could have success, and getting back to, right, in the last 2 games, FIU and Kansas, I think we had combined 21 shots, right? And that is not us. That's not who we are. And so we thought we'd give this a try. And we told our team, I said, we're not putting a 3-5-2 in Sharpie for the rest of the season, but now is the time and now is a night to try it out. Let's see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. So that was tonight. What Sunday will bring, TBD.